Hi guys, so in this video I'm going to introduce you to the concept of vectors and now vectors a vector is an ordered arrangement of certain numbers, which we usually keep in a square bracket like this generally. So now again these numbers have come together for some purpose, and probably you'll understand why we have this arrangement probably in when we discuss more about vectors. But as of now you can understand this is an ordered arrangement of numbers which we usually keep in square bracket like this. Now okay, now this is one vector, this is another vector. Now vectors have and they have rows and column. So for example, in this vector we have this one column, this in vertical direction is this line, and vertical line is a column. And now we have three rows here: row 1, row 2, and row 3. So this vector has three rows and one column. Similarly, this vector also have one column and four rows. Right? So rows and column. Usually a vector has one column and more than one rows generally. So now, how do we determine the size of a vector? Now, you understand the vector has rows. These are rows. These are columns. And one more thing, this vector, since there's only one column in this vector, and generally we have one column in vector, so because there's only one column, so every row has only one value, one number, right? If we had more than one column, it would have become matrix, and then we would have more than one number in every row if we had more than one columns. But in this case, we only have one number per row because we only have one column, right? So now, how do we determine the size of a vector? We determine the size of a vector by writing number of rows into number of columns. Number of rows are 3 here, number of rows, and same number of column. Number of rows is 3 here, number of column is 3. For this vector, number of rows is 4 and number of column is 1. 4 into 1, this vector is of size 4 into 1. This vector is of size 3 into 1. This vector is of size 3 into 1 because 3 rows and 1 column. This vector is of size 4 into 1 because 4 rows and 1 column. So that's how we denote the size of a vector. We can name these vectors like, for example, I can say this is a vector u. So 1, 3, it can be any number actually. This is vector v. So let's say 1, 5, 9, 6, and we can name it accordingly as per our usage. There's another thing, small thing, that if we have 0, all numbers as 0 in any vector, that is a 0 vector. Right? So yeah, that's it for now. I'll probably explain more concepts in further videos. As of now, I'll probably end this video so that you can at least digest this information. This is just an introduction to vectors, and we'll talk more about this in further videos.